Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another live stream by Virtual Flight Diaries. And we're here with the FlightFx P180 update 1.2.1 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. The update just dropped, and we're going to check it out and see if it's gotten any better. So we're going to do a little quick flight. We're going to fly from DuPage Airport in West Chicago to Toronto, Toronto City, actually. I'm going to go to Billy Bishop. And yeah, so let's get on board and let's get it fired up. Alright, so we're on ground power. Avionics is on. We're on the GPU. Well, that would be ground power, right? Alright, let's pull the chocks. And that should be good for now. Click that off. Alright, so let's do a little flight plan in here. Got seats. Alright, we got 2 on board, 170 apiece. But with this, it actually automatically separates them, so you'd have to divide the passenger weight and put in 1 here, so this will be set to 170 and this will be set to 170. That's 2 passengers, so you'd have to divide it by 2 and then put the half in to one side, and it'll automatically set it up for the other passenger weights. So cargo, we're going to take 170 pounds of cargo on board. And let me just look at our brief flight plan, see how much fuel we need. Planned fuel is, our block fuel is 1 imperial ton, so 2026. So let's look at it in pounds. Pop that up to, okay, that's plenty of fuel. Load that in the aircraft. Alright, that's set. Got a little extra on board, so we'll fire it up, get things going for our passengers. Passengers are on board. Oh. Close the door. Alright, battery can come on. And we will put on the Q arm. Avionics to normal. Fuel valves are open. And we'll turn engine to ignition to normal and start her up. Then bore sounds. Does have the This livery does have the bug, and I should have this. I guess if you delete the custom number, this would go away. I didn't do it, unfortunately. All right, that's a good start on 2. Let's fire up. We'll put the fuel pump on standby. That one can come on. Let's start engine 1. That's a good start on engine 1. So, turn on the generators. We'll pump to standby. And we'll disconnect the ground power unit. And avionics can come on. And we'll turn the hydraulics on. Computer heats can come on. Windshield can go to low. And we'll turn the oil coolers on. And that's our setup. Auto feather armed. And we're good. So let's get the flight plan in. Turn the sound down just a little bit. Got Zim sounds could come down just a little bit. Alright. Alright, positions in, flight plan. We can auto engage the flight plan. And we'll be departing runway 20 right. And we'll be arriving ILS runway 08. The Rotorue transition. And all that. So that looks good. Let's check our flight plan out. Got a discontinuity there. We can actually want to delete that. Because we're going to go right in. We're not going to get vectored. Alright, so perf in it. We got 2 passengers on board. What did I put in there? 170 pounds of cargo. Going up to flight level 270. Execute that. Let's see our takeoff. Got an outside temperature of 17. It's a little warm out. Oh, I thought I was going to sneeze there for a second. All right, our rotation speed is 114. We'll send that, and then we'll execute, and we are good. Flight plan is in. V speeds are set. Cancel the caution. Steer taxi. The taxi light on. Got that anti-collision ground. Position lights can come on. And fasten seatbelts for the passengers. We're not real time, but we are real weather. We're going to do a little sunset cruise over to Toronto. Maybe get a blue hour landing. Yeah, we'll turn the fan on. Keep the fan on low. Cockpit fan on low. Auto. Turn the cockpit blower on. Alright. Alright, so we'll set to a level 270. Get that in the box. That's all set. Alright. Good, good, good. Everything looks good. Let's get out of here. We're flying a FlightFx airplane with a FlightFx scenery. I got DuPage scenery from FlightFx. Alright, parking brake released. Page traffic. Pagio 180 Foxtrot Bravo. Taxiing runway 20 right. Via taxiway whiskey. Page. Oh, that's another thing. What is my squawk code? 2276. Let's get that in the box. Brake check. Brakes are good. Two 2276. Yeah, we'll get TARA. Good, we're mode C. Now we got Vatsim all set. Let's get out of here. So far, it seems that the stickiness is gone that we were experiencing with the previous version of the Avante. I like that. So I haven't done anything. This is our first flight. You're coming along with me. Like I got my rudder pedals good. Used to be pretty good on frames. So I do have the auto steer on. Yeah, so I have a different registration, and I was playing around with the India Fox Techo Long Easy, and November 814 Echo Zulu is my uncle's, or was my uncle's registration for his Long Easy. But that's going to be for another video that I'm going to post to the page. Do a little flight. Or to the channel, to the page. Alright, so get up a cruise, talk about some things, some flight sim news. Ground handling is really nice in this thing. Alright, we'll go mid. And we'll set the trim. Love that trim sound. The F-18 looking landing gear on this plane. Page traffic, KDPA-80 Foxtrot Bravo crossing runway 10. Page. Taxi's very nice now. All right, so let's see. I can go on, get the recognition lights on. That turns the strobes on. Flaps are set to mid. Ignitions can come on for takeoff. All the feather on. Actually, we don't need the ignitions on for takeoff. Page traffic, Piaggio 180 Foxtrot Bravo, departing runway 2 right. We go direct LEWKE to page. Alright, so props to high idle. Alright, looks like we've got a crosswind from the left. Alright, let's bring them up. Take out flight directors. Take out power set. Turn the ailerons into the wind. Little rudder. Keep a center line. There's rotation. Nice. How's the rate? Gear up. Love this livery. Alright, so we're departed. Page traffic, Piaggio 180, Foxtrot Bravo, just departed runway 20 right. I'll be through 1,500 feet. Direct LEWKE, last call to Page. Alright, so yaw dampener could come on. Autopilot on. Go heading mode. Flight level change. 165 on the speed. Gear up, flaps up. Go direct LEWKE. Execute that. And nav. And does that look good? Yeah, so I got this livery off of FlightSim. I don't know if it's Whiskey Throttle or Tim HH. I think it's one of those guys that made it. Alright, so let's get some climb power in, not to try to over torque the engines. That's a good climb rate. So, auto feather can come off. Put the sync on. Leave the coolers in for now. That all looks good. Should have had the fuel pumps on for takeoff. My bad, sorry. Yeah, put the bleeds on. That's important. And we'll increase the rate. Because we're a little behind the curve there. And we're looking good. Nice little cloud layer in front of us. So it's about an hour flight. We get up to cruise. Got some announcements. PMDG made an incredible announcement. And something that is almost Twilight Zone to me is they actually gave a roadmap timeline for releases of the sim, which is just something very odd. PMDG does not do that. Dude, this flight model is awesome. So the only test is going to be landing, because we all know that whole slap thing that it had an odd landing characteristic. But this thing's nice. Bravo, FlightFx. Bravo. Also, FlightFx announced that a possible release for their Citation 10 next month. Very excited for that. I'm a big BizJet business plane fan, and the Citation 10, second only to the Gulfstream, is one of my favorite business jets, and it looks awesome. Definitely going to be taking that out, doing some cruising up 50,000 feet, some high altitude operations at Mach 0.9. Very fast. Take some business people down to Cabo. Put the radar on. We just got a weather radar. Oil temperature 90 Celsius. Oil pressure's good on the climb out. Our pressurization looks good. Passengers are all settled in for their flight. Cool, my camera views are in. The passenger view. Very nice. Cool. Got that I set up camera views. Alright, we can get off CTAF and go, doesn't look like we got any ATC on. That's fine. Those guys were busy all day. And we got a CTAF of 118.2. I'll put that into COM2. Cool. Alright, we'll set the barrel to standard. Like a little cloud cover thing going on. Oh, I know what we could do. Shut that off. You are clear to move about the cabin. If anyone's wondering what this little box is, this is internet service. It's a Starlink or Sentry box, but it's yeah, it's Wi-Fi for the plane. Alright, so we got about an hour at the top of descent. That's because we're at climb speed. That'll shallow up. Once we kick in the afterburners, right? In the Sim Update 2 beta, there's a bug with that I'm not too keen about. It seems that certain planes, if you use them and then when you're done with it, they actually delete from your menu. And what I've been doing is I've had to actually jump back to Sim Update 1, load the simulator up, which for some reason I can't load in Sim Update 1. It won't, it hangs. Cancel that out and then reinstall Sim Update 2 and then all my planes are back. But then once I use a plane and leave it, the whole thing comes over again. So it's happening for the Learjet, the DC-3, a couple of the streamed aircraft that I've used so far, the Long Easy. Really annoying. So hopefully it's fixed. I mean, it's out there on the forums, so with no resolution other than what what I've been doing, what some other people have been doing. In this current state right now, even though this plane is not 2024 native, with this update, this compatibility update, so far it's really nice. And I tell you what, I definitely give my seal of approval. So if you like some interesting niche planes, so far I would pick this up. What we got wind-wise? Oh, 60 knot tailwind. We're going to be smoking across Michigan. Oh, it looked like Chicago Approach came online. After I left. How long have they been online? 6 minutes. Yeah, we were out of their airspace. Probably why I didn't get pinged. All right, there's flight level 270. It's power back to cruise instead of cruise power setting. Bring that props back. Or condition levers back to 1800. And we'll bring that back. We're running a little hot. I'm gonna try to keep it DITT below 800. Well, we can run it at 219. We got plenty of gas. Love it. Love it. All right. All right, we're in cruise, and we're doing Learjet speeds. This is a fast turboprop. Fastest in the world, actually. All right, so PMDG announced that the 777-200 LR, is it the LR? The LR ER, the 200 series is going to be released within the next week. They gave a date of it could be anywhere from Wednesday to the 29th, whatever date that is. So within the next week, we're going to have a PMDG 777 in the works. Also, the DC-6 is going to be bumped up to compatibility beginning of May, and we're looking at a May-June for the other 777s, the ER and the F. The only thing they haven't given, it's a time to be determined. Once they've launched all the 777 stuff, they're going to be bringing over the compatibility of the 737s. And once that occurs, guys, that's when I will be I'll be removing 2020 off my computer. So that once the 737s come over. And they said that they have it all worked out and they've moved the 737s over to testing. So they are beta testing all this stuff. They announced that they have some new sound packs for everything. Different style of working out the sounds. So I'm actually very excited to hear what the reworked sounds are like. It'd be nice if PMDG would actually hire Boris to do it, but I guess they got their own internal sound guys. The 747s are going to be 2024 only. And they said once the 737s are in 2024, they are no longer going to be creating aircraft for 2020. And they are starting to, for any prepared 3D, those aircraft are going to be sunsetted. So they're moving completely over to 2024 within the next 5 months, I estimate. I wanted to keep 2020 in the system. I was thinking for the 757 when Bluebird drops it, but I really have a strong feeling that they're going to offer their simulation to 2024 as well. So there's no sense in holding on to that sim. Knock on wood. 2024 will keep progressing, and we'll have a good sim. Definitely looks very good. Alright, so I just shut the oil cooler doors. We're up at cruise. They're not needed anymore. And we're looking good. Looking good. Alright, just look to make sure we don't have any more ATC pop up. Yeah, you know what? They'll ping me. Right, guys? That's a screenshot. You know what? It does look like a catfish. See if they did anything. I don't think that anything's been done with the cabin. The cabin's all the same. Still don't have a flushable toilet. Yeah. Man, does this look good? And that gold trim. That luxury. Look at the gold trim on that. So what else is coming out? So yep, so FlightFx is looking for a next month launch of their Citation 10. What else did I see? Developers working on a Global 7500. I saw that in V1's Discord. That might be Synaptic working on that one. So I think they should finish up the A220 before they do that. So Bullet Airlines is going to be Virtual Flight Diaries, the channel's official virtual airline. Call sign Tracer. So we're on the road. I finally got a web address. It's Bullet Airlines Virtual, bulletairvirtual.com, and I got the host stuff all set up, and I'm currently baby stepping along, learning how to do a web page. So that's going to be a while until we're up and running with that. But if you go over to my Discord, let me put that in the chat. Remember, at Discord, you can actually check out the livery. I have the A320 in the Bullet Airways livery. Hopefully Nightbot's working. Yep. Let me just pin that. Head over to the channel Discord. You can download the Bullet Airways, Bullet Air livery. So you guys can play around with that. It's for the Phoenix A320. Like I said, if you're on the network, it's call sign Tracer. And BLT is our ICAO. If you guys want to play around. But it's going to be a while until we get everything up and running, because I'm not a web designer, so I got to teach myself how to do web design. Even with the host control panel, it's still a web design issue. But we're going to have our own virtual airline. And then we're going to be Airbus fleet. So we're going to have the A319 and the A321. And also I'm going to have a livery done for the fly-by-wire Neo, 320 Neo. For those that don't have the Phoenix, because the fly-by-wire is free. I just emailed my livery guy to see what he can do for me. And hopefully he gets back to me with the quote on the project. But hey guys, if you're watching, how about hit the like button for the FlightFx P180 in Microsoft 2024. All updated and flying just nice. Alright, so we got 27 minutes to our final descent. I could do nav will be 2,000 feet. So, just to talk a little bit more about Bullet Air, we're going to be a United States domestic flight, airline with some short-haul international. So we're looking at U.S., Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean destinations. The hubs are going to be KIAH. Is that Houston Airport and Philadelphia, because so we got the hubs. We got Houston, we got Philadelphia because that's my home city airport. That's going to be a hub, and we got Midway for the Midwest. So they're going to be the three hubs to start. And we'll do flights from there. Like I said, we're going to be an Airbus fleet. Might expand, but that's going to be the start. And what else? Oh, so we're going to be using BM systems for our management. So if you join some airlines and actually have the ACAR system, it's really easy. You guys, like American Virtual Airlines and a bunch of others use this ACAR system. It's an API code that you just plop in there. You can set up profiles for different virtual airlines. It's actually really nice. The executive charter service virtual airline that I belong to, SplitJet. By the way, head over if you just do a search to join those guys. They do corporate stuff. Really nice bunch of guys and gals running that over there. Really nice virtual airline to belong to. It's SplitJet Airlines. They use this system, and it's a real nice hosting system. So that's what Bullet Air is going to be using. Yeah. So it's crazy with the PMDG stuff. So all we need is FSS to get their 727 over here, and the transition to 24 will be complete for me anyway. Just to get a cruise shout out to our channel sponsor, which is ProDesk Sim. ProDesk Sim does throttle mods for the Bravo throttle quadrant, the Turtle Beach Velocity system, and the TCA Boeing pack. They have some great mods. I have a whole bunch of them. I'm actually using one now. Unfortunately, my throttle cam is down, so I can't show you, but take my word for it, they actually make some pretty decent stuff. You head over to prodesksim.com. You're going to buy some throttle mods for your setup. You can use the discount code Virtual Flight Diaries, and you'll get it's 5 or 10% off your order. They're gracious enough to sponsor the channel, so head on over there. If you purchase a set, I'll actually be helping out this channel. So there's my shout out. Alright, so we're looking good. Systems are running good. Airplane is flying good. We're going over Detroit right now. There's Detroit off our nose. Get a little smooth jazz. Well, I tell you what, this is nice and relaxing. My day at the office. Spent the day at the hospital, babysitting a inmate in custody over there. That was a long day. It's nice to come home and hit the flight simulator. Talk to you guys. Just chill. We're definitely in blue hour, so we're probably going to be twilight, night landing at Toronto City. Definitely flying really nice. Really do like the city lighting in this. Oh, not have. Doesn't look like our beacon light's working. VNAV on, so about 17 minutes we'll start down. This is Lake St. Clair out in front of us here. This is Detroit City. And over there is that's Lake Erie. Lake Erie, yes. Wait, I got some geography going there. Real good. All right, so let's take a look at some of the things. So some of the things that are in the GPU is now you're able to enable that inside. They've done some logic on the engines. I don't know why I had that on. Did not want it on because I gotta have, you know, some simulation, right? Got noise canceling. That's nice. Leave that on for now. Alright, so you got luggage types. We still got the map flicker navigraph. Alright, so this is our approach. We got Billy Bishop Toronto City Airport. That's the proper date. We'll be landing ILS runway 8. We got the localizers 110.15. Approach course is 1085. our intercept is Toronto at 1480, decision height of 566, airport elevation is 252. So our missed approach, if we go miss, we will climb to 780, we'll clean up the plane, a heading of 85 and climbing right turn to 2000 on a heading of 177 to intercept the outbound Toronto VOR to Recom, and then we'll hold there. So we're coming in on Rotru 2000, intercept the ILS, land runway 8, and here is our missed approach path to Rickham. Got 566 on our, which is 315 feet above. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how to set the decision height. Oh, cool. All right. So there we go. $570. I am today years old when I just figured out how to put this to inches. Nice. All right, so our approach brief is in. Close that out. Let's get the weather for Billy Bishop, Toronto City Airport. Weather ATIS. Millimeter, where winds are light. 9 miles visibility in haze, otherwise clear. Altimeter 29904. The temperature of 6 Celsius, 2.0. Nice. Okay. Ah, it's going to be nice because I have the Toronto City Pack by Samsung Designs. So it's going to look real nice. Hopefully it's not too hazy. Hey, Aaron Grib. Hey, welcome to the stream. I absolutely love the view with the lights. It's beautiful. Yes, wait till you get a load of the Toronto City pack that I have for the simulator. We come in for our approach. But yes, the night lighting in this sim is gorgeous. Is real life, chat. Oh. Almost. Should have seen when we were flying over Detroit. Looked really nice. We got Lake Erie out over here. We'll be turning out over Niagara Falls. I doubt we'll be able to see anything. And we'll head out over Lake Ontario to Toronto. But the update is really nice, guys. So the real test is going to be the landing. Because with update 02, was it 1.02? It was not working very well in the sim. It was like the wheels were very sticky, so it would slap the nose down when you would land. But supposedly that's all been fixed, so that's gonna be the real test. I mean, it flew pretty decent in the sim prior to this update, so it's really got a nice hand flight feel. And the ground handling was really good. Also, if you noticed, the departure was real smooth, so that's all been fixed. So I'm actually going to be trusting that it actually has been fixed. So for the landing, but we'll see all that. Our arrival brief has been conducted. We are 4 minutes out from the top of our descent. Systems are all looking good. And we are going 416 across the ground. So we are cooking in this turboprop. One of the best things is the under cloud reflection. Now I know 2020 had it, but I think 2024 has improved greatly upon that. The city reflections on the clouds. One other thing too, they fixed the there was a horrible gauge reflection. Now you can actually see out the windows really good. There's our top of the set. So let's check out the VNAV. So I have VNAV Alt hold on. It should automatically start us down. So we should go from V Alt to path, or some form of path should come up in the display. Got our pink moon, right? All right, so we have the vertical path indicator show up. So far, see if it engages. Be for a 2100, 2200 feet per minute descent. And look at that, V path engaged. We're going down. Nice. Now let's power back. We're gonna overspeed. Condition levers up to the governor. Let's do a torque of 40, about 40 to do it. All right, there's Lake Ontario right off our nose. And the city of Toronto. So Niagara Falls would be off that way. So I'm not exactly going to be going over Niagara Falls, but alright, so we're descending in. Let's get our game faces on, so kill the music. Set up the flight recorder. Fingers crossed, don't crash, don't crash. Right, flight recorder is up. Zoom back in a little bit. Looks good. 10 and 5 looks good for our approach. All right. Look at that. Hit that. Hit that like button. Just for the view. Just for the view, guys. So we're right on profile. Looking good. Speed's looking good. All right, I should have the ability to set approach. All right, so we got. Oh, 6 was the temperature at. So VREF YAP. Nice, we'll send that over. That's in. Put in our baro. Let's tune in the ILS. 110.15. Yeah, we'll do it both sides. 110.5. The box course is 85, so we'll set that once we get established on our approach. Turning out towards Rotro. A minute. I wish you guys could see this sim the way I see it. I can't stream in 2K. Let's make sure 118.2 is in. All right, CTAF is in. All right, we're all set up for the approach. Looking good. Getting good. All right, so we'll put the recognition lights on. So this is the city of St. Catharines. And if that's St. Catharines, that's Niagara right over here. Right here. The falls be right about here. So St. Catharines, this airport here, that's where you would pick up your Niagara Falls helicopter tours. Actually, not that airport. That airport. Or that airport. That other airport I was pointing to is Niagara Central. But St. Catharines, which is right here, is the airport for the helicopter tour. All right, we're turning out towards Rotorua. ROTRU. I know I'm mispronouncing that. VNAV is bringing us down just nicely. Get our lights on. A little hazy, so we're going to get a good bloom out the front. Toronto City traffic, Piaggio 180 Foxtrot Bravo, setting through the 7,500 for 2,000 direct Romeo Oscar Tango Romeo uniform, landing ILS runway 08 Toronto. The western shore of Lake Ontario. Do a bit of moment of truth with the landing for Toronto. That'll be the final test for this update. I gotta do some things, some adjustments to this camera. It's not very bright. Alright, so we'll put a course heading of 085 in. Power back just a little bit. Start setting up for our approach. Airport should be right out in front of us somewhere. 1,000 to go. No. So airport's right about here. The landing lights on. Right. So that looks good. We're on approach path. Except at Borid. There's Toronto City. Billy Bishop. The twinkling lights of Toronto out in front of us. Yeah, I love coming in this airport because it's a waterfront airport. It reminds me of Meigs Field, the old school Meigs Field. All right, so we can arm the approach. should auto intercept. Alright, so flaps mid. Power up just a little bit. And I'll get the flight recorder on. Gear can come down. Passing flaps full. Auto throttle on. Auto feather on. And synchronizers off. We have localizer capture. Glide slope to go. So we'll do the replay during the day. It's a little foggy out, a little hazy. That bloom going. Alright, flaps full, gear down, landing lights on. Toronto City Traffic, Piaggio 80, Foxtrot Bravo on the ILS runway 08 to land. Toronto. Here's glide slope capture. Power back. Alright, that all looks good. Runway's in sight. Let's go. Autopilot disconnect. A little high. Now we're a little low. Now we're really low. Alright. Fixing. Welcome to Toronto. I must say I was a little firm. Toronto traffic, Piaggio 180, Foxtrot Bravo, clear the runway. Toronto. All right, we're here. Let's disconnect from Vatsim here. Stop the recorder. Power back there. We'll go taxi lights. Anti-collision to ground. Recognition off. Flaps up. And we'll taxi on over. Alright, Grib, how's that for a view? Alright, parking brake on. And welcome to Toronto, ladies and gentlemen. Let's check out that landing. Dial back for some daylight. And let's load up the replay. That forward a little bit. Definitely very foggy. The boats. I don't know. I still got the nose slap, but that might have been user error. That might have been me. I think we're going to find out that we came in a little stiff. Let's see what G's has to say. It's a real short runway, so I want it to come in pretty... So G's is saying 6 feet per minute, 0.3. No, that can't be right. Let's I think it's getting screwed up on the replay. Let's look at it one more time. Should have had G's running. Alright guys, that's going to be it for the stream. I'll run it back. So that's going to be it for the stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out the FlightFx P180 Avante 2 in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Fully updated. Arngrib, great as always. Thank you very much for the kind words, Arngrib. Thanks everyone for watching. If you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got more stuff coming, lots of things going on. We're going to be taking a look at that PMDG 777 in 2024 when that drops in the next week. And look out for our Tuesday night stream. Don't know exactly what we're doing yet. Might be doing some DC-3 in Brazil. And yeah. So, like I said, thanks for watching. And on to the next one, guys. This is Virtual Flight Diaries. My name is John. See ya.